some would have a nudge, but in my world, it was more like being thrown off of a mountain, learning how to fly on the way down.
Well, hey, welcome back to the Amanda Kaufman Show. And I'm joined by my friend, Lila Veronica. She is the founder of the Riverstone Movement. She's an international speaker, coach, and I'm so excited to have her here on the show. Hey, Lila, welcome.
Hey, Amanda, thank you so much. I appreciate being here.
Oh my gosh, such a treasure to have you. Now, just before we went live with the recording, you were telling me in a beautiful way exactly how you help leaders. Do you mind repeating that for everybody?
Yeah. What I want to say is that a lot of leaders do a lot. And what I do is I help leaders be more so they don't have to do as much. So I teach leaders how to embody their vision, embody their power, embody their presence. The more present they are, the more people trust them, like them, and want to be led by them. And so I bring the body piece into the leadership component.
Love this. Love this. Before we went live, you said to me, your body is the billboard. And I was like, I've got to sit a little straighter. I'm going to untuck my foot from under me in the chair. I'm so curious, Lila, what led you to this type of service? Like this, by the way, I just love your focus because it's not just niche in the sense of focusing on leaders. It's really niche in the sense of focusing on the body and their presence. How'd you come to this?
Oh,
what led you here?
Thank you. It's a great question. I'll give you the quick and dirty. I am a high achiever, a leader. I remember once asking my mom, what was I like as a kid? And she said, well, you're always asking questions. There I was asking a question, always asking questions and always telling people what to do. That's what she said. And I was like, what? She goes, it's okay. You had good ideas. We all listened. I said, okay, well, that's a leader, right? So I led my life. I spent, my young years, my formative years, and then about 15 years into my adulthood in very much of an academic path. Mm-hmm. Bachelor's, master's, PhD, all but dissertation, consulting.
She just casually lists that. So essentially, I grew up to becoming an extreme badass, doing a lot of really incredibly cool things, but please go on.
Which I have a feeling a lot of people listening are actually the same way. So I just kind of brush over it because I used to find those accolades important and I don't as much now. Because I got to the point where I was like at the peak of my career teaching at the largest university in the country, lots of opportunities, lots of leadership, lots of funding coming my way, great support team. I mean, everything. And I was miserable. I was go.
Yeah, you're speaking on the right show for that one. I think a lot of people had, and that's my story too. We reached a pinnacle in a version of our life and looked around and said, is this it? And is that finding yourself in misery, even in among achievement, that's a really common story among coaches. So yeah. I'm so curious, like you found yourself in this place where you had, all the achievement way out of alignment. What nudged you into the alignment you're enjoying now?
Well, some would have a nudge, but in my world, it was more like being thrown off of a mountain. Learning how to fly on the way down. I had got married. I was going through a divorce. My grandmother died. My dad died. My dog died. I had this like country song sort of season in my life. And I always like to say, like, I did not hit rock bottom, but rock bottom decided to come up and smack me in the face.
Oh my gosh, Lila. It's so funny because I actually haven't had anybody on the show yet describe their life as a country song, like that life moment as a country song. That's how I've described some chapters as well. As I'm like, those country songs is like, I left with my truck and I left behind my dog, been there.
Did. And I will tell you, I have always been into physical activity. Like I would say the one thing I've done my entire life is choreograph stuff. Like I was always like creating routines to the Beach Boy songs or like just doing like just funny stuff. I've danced for semi-pro basketball teams. I've done like weightlifting training and aerobics and Zumba. And, I've taught stuff, I've taken stuff. I've always had some sort of like little dancey, fitnessy thing going on in my life. I was a cheerleader. I played t-ball and baseball and right. I just love being active physically. So when I was going through all these challenges, my mind wasn't right. It was a lot of what they call monkey mind, but this was like a pack of angry gorilla mind, And I went to a yoga class and it felt good. And it was the first time I had felt good in months, maybe years. And as a high achiever, I thought to myself, well, how many days in a row can I go? It was the only thing that felt good at the time. And at day 42 was a day that changed me. I just sort of, it was an opening. And I thought, I got to do something different. I don't know what it is, but I got to do something different. And that's the moment when I decided to leave my marriage at the time. And then I just went into this deep dive, same thing, high achiever, 3 yoga teacher trainings in a year. I traveled across the country, different places, found these great teachers, moved to Colorado, sold everything, put, everything in my Subaru, drove across the country with my hula hoop, Knew nobody. I did not have a home because at the time there was a massive Colorado rush and I couldn't find a place from afar. And so I had no home, I had no job, and I knew nobody when I came to Colorado. Got here on a Friday, I woke up Monday, and I found a job that day. And then I just kind of was winging it. And I didn't actually know about coaching until about 2 or 3 years after being in the yoga community world, mindfulness, all that. I learned about coaching. I just stumbled upon it. I thought, what's this? Took a little certification program, then of course, they had 2 more, did 2 more. And then by that point, I was in the business marketing, component. So from then, I just nonstop was attending events, trainings, hired coaches. I've spent $500,000 in coaches just for myself.
Yep.
So yeah.
Familiar.
The thing I spend the most on is education in my life. I've spent the most on education for sure. I like it. It's part of my path. So I would say I've done the body work. I'm a business coach. I actually help a lot of people grow businesses, but my soul's essence gift is showing you how your body is related to your life, your business, whatever it is you want. That is I'm trained well, but I'm innately gifted at it. So I love to help leaders
I love that call out because you said something I thought was really interesting. You said, the change hit me suddenly on the second day of consecutive, consistent practice with yoga. And I just want to slow down, take a beat and discuss that for a second. I think a lot of times people imagine that change is this thing that's happening in the future. And you experienced one of the biggest changes of your entire life in a 42-day streak of having already made change. You already made change by adding that practice to your life. And I feel like a lot of people, they stay so stuck because they're not in motion. And in motion could be physical, as your experience laid out. It could be even just posting the thing on social media or declaring it to a friend or just putting it from the journal page onto the calendar is a huge motion moment. And I think a lot of people kind of miss the change that is waiting for them because they're in their head about it and they're not moving it into that committed place.
Yeah.
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 And I also really love your highlight of just the amount of education, the amount of investment, both monetarily, time, focus, energy, all of it into becoming a next better version of you that you now get to enjoy those innate talents because you've honed them, into that specialized knowledge that you do get to enjoy, that it now flows. It feels second nature, doesn't it?
Yeah. I like to say things like, all I have to do is show up and people love to give me things. It's true. It's I just show up and people are like, oh my God, Lila, I need to work with you. I've been dying to work with you. I'm like, I just put on my pants today. I didn't even do anything. And that's what I want for leaders.
Do something.
Well, I did.
So this is the part where we're in a really quick podcast episode, and I'm just going to put you on the spot. If there were 3 things you wish everyone just knew to do, that like were changes they can make today, what would those three things be, given your knowledge?
Step one, relax your belly button away from your spine. But that belly button pulling in is triggering stress hormones, and you don't even know it. Stress chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol. Relax that belly button, baby. Just let it go. You need to be open in the front if you're going to receive and if you're going to be able to communicate well. Huge. If it's hard to relax your belly button, relax your mouth, your lips part, because your mouth and your belly are connected, of course. So that would be the first one. The second one is breathe. See if you can be with your breath, even if it's like 3 breaths. Just be with it. I remember the first time I ever asked somebody, how do you meditate? Like, just breathe. I'm like, what is it? What do you mean, just breathe? Like, just breathe. I'm like, what? Huh? I don't know how to do that. So That's your work. If you don't know how to breathe, that's your work. 3 breaths, like just being with it is like a good start. And then surround yourself with people who are better than you at something. At something.
Love this.
Know, I have people in my realm that are very close to me that I talk to all the time that are richer, that are better wives, better mother, wife, women, relationship kind of stuff, and healthier.
Yes. I just love the permission that you have of just saying that out loud. Because I feel like in the coaching space, there's so much positioning and posturing, and I've got to be the best at all the things all the time. Don't let it be seen that I'm not better. And I love that you just very simply and objectively said like, hey, they're better at it, right? What does that do for you when you surround yourself with people who you just give them permission to be better at it and you permission to learn? Like, what happens?
2 things. One, it humbles me. Mm-hmm. Because I can be talked up by people. Oh, you're so awesome, right? I don't want to be on a pedestal, right? It humbles me, 1. Mm-hmm. 2, it helps me have ideas that I have never even known existed. What I know is if I'm going to reach my next level, I know that I don't know what I don't know. And that's what I love about people that are better than me. They know stuff that I don't even know that I don't know.
Definition of mastery is just recognizing just how little you do know. Like, it's such a great big world. There's so many things to learn. I have a feeling we could talk for 4 hours just so easily. But Lila, what is the best way for people to tune in and see what you're up to?
Love social media friends. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, Lila Veronica, Lila. Send me a message and we can chat, and I'll help you out. You can help me out. We can help each other out, or we can just be friends.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And I understood you had a little something if they wanted it, if they could maybe send you a message and ask for it. What was that gift?
Yeah. So I have a free 10-minute training on how to sit to prevent back pain. This sitting is actually really powerful for you too. If you are on Zoom calls and doing presentations, doing meetings, you need to be aware of your posture and your presence in your body. And this is a very unique way to have your body sitting in a dynamic, open way. So message me. I'll send you the free sitting training. It'll change everything. I will tell you one thing about it is that I have people that say things to me like, I can sit longer now without getting sore or tired. You can also use it driving. So I have people who go on road trips and they'll drive like 12 hours without having to like have any pain. And they're in their 60s. So
that's outstanding.
Highly recommend learning how to sit from me. It's a life changer.
I said it was outstanding. It's actually out sitting. But I'm kidding. But we'll make sure to have Lila's links for you below in the show notes. Lila, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you for coming to the show.
It's been a pleasure for me. I'm very grateful for you and the work you're doing for coaches and everybody else. It's really powerful.
Amazing. I can't wait to check out your training. It sounds really so useful for coaches and anybody who's doing a lot of content and things like that. Listener, hey, don't forget to hit subscribe so that you never miss another episode. And hey, if you love this, go ahead and take a moment and share the link with 3 of your friends. And I mean, if you really love this, you should leave an honest review. Lila really showed up today. She's here of service and we're always here as well. And when you leave that 5-star review, it helps other people make the decision to spend a little time with us. And we are so grateful for that. If you do take the 30 seconds to do it, thank you so much in advance. We'll see you next time on another episode of the Amanda Kaufman Show. And until then, do what matters.